Well, here in problem number 1, we want to solve this equation here. We've got a linear equation, so let's use the distributive property and distribute the 3 and the 2 in order to eliminate these parentheses. So let's multiply. So we are going to get 12x plus 18, right? Does that make sense? When we multiply here, we'll get 12x, and over here we'll get the 18. Then distributing the negative 2, we'll get negative 10x minus 2. Makes sense? Negative 10, negative 2. And then on the right side, we'll just rewrite that. We'll have 5x plus 4. Now on the left side, we can combine some terms here. 12x's minus 10x's gives us 2x's. 18 minus 2 gives us 16. And this is all equal to that 5x plus 4. Now I've got a linear equation with variables on both sides, so I'm going to get the x's on the side on which I have more already. Now you can see on the left side we've got 2, but on the right side we've got 5. We've got more x's on this side, the right side, than the left side, so let's get them all on the right side. To do so, let's subtract this 2x from both sides. So if I do that, 2x minus 2x is gone. We'll get 16 equals 5x minus 2x is 3x plus 4. And now let's subtract this 4. So that will give us 16 minus 4 is 12 equals 3x. And then we'll divide by this 3 to get x. So we're going to say x is equal to 4. Now in problem number 2, we want to solve this equation. Notice we've got fractions. And we know how to handle these. We always do it the same way. We get the LCD. Let's do that. So the LCD here, now this is the number, the smallest number that these denominators divide into. So what number does 4, 3, and 8 all go into? The smallest one. Well, I think that's going to be a 24. So what we're going to do now is multiply both sides by this 24. It's going to be 24 times this whole side, 24 times this whole side, and then when we distribute, the LCD lands right next to all of the originals. So we're going to have 24 times 3/4 x plus 24 times 2 equals 24 times 2/3 x plus 24 times 3/8. So what we did here is we took this LCD, this 24, and we wrote it right in front of all the originals. I put it here, 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 and here. And you can see that right here. So what's going to happen now is that every one of these denominators is going to cancel. So what's going to happen here is that this 4 will go into 24 6 times, and then we are left with 6 times 3, which is 18x plus, right, there's the plus, 24 times 2, now no denominators here, so we're just going to get a 48, so we'll just get a 48 here, equals, and now over here, this 3 will go into 24 8 times, and now we're left with 8 times 2x, so we're left with 16x, and then plus, right, there's the plus right there. Then we're going to have this 8 dividing into 24 3 times, and that will give us 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, now let's solve this for x. Here you can see we've got 18 x's on the left side, only 16 on the right, so I'm going to get all the x's on the left side. So we'll do this by subtracting 16x. So 18x minus 16x is 2x plus the 48. And that's equal to 16x minus 16x is 0, so we'll have 9 over here. Now let's subtract this 48, so we'll get 2x equals, now 9 minus 48 is negative 39, and then we'll divide by 2, getting x equals negative 39 over 2. There we have it. Problem number 3 is pretty much like number 2. It's an equation with fractions, so we know how to do this. We're going to get the LCD. So the LCD here is, well, let's see, what is the LCD? Let's look at the 14. Now 7 goes into, look at this 14. 7 goes into 14. 2 goes into 14, but 4 does not. So the way I like to do this, I take the biggest number and then check the other numbers. They don't go into it. Then double this. If I double it, I get 28. Now 7 goes into 28, 2 goes into 28, and so does 4. 4 goes in there 7 times. So I'm going to say now that the LCD here is 28. And now I multiply that 28 all throughout the equation. So I'm going to write the 28 here, 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 and here, right? Write the LCD in front of every original term. That's going to look like this. 28 times 5 over 7x plus 28 times 9 over 14. That's equal to 28 times 3 over 4x plus 28 times 1 over 2. And these denominators are going to cancel. We'll get 7 into 28 is 4. And then we've got 4 times 5x, right? So that's going to give us 20x plus, now 14 will go into 28 twice, and then we have 2 times 9, which is 18. So we're going to write 18 equals, now over here, 4 will go into 28 7 times, and then we've got 7 times 3x, so that gives us 21x, plus, and then lastly, the 2 will go into 28 14 times. We've got 14 times 1, which is 14. So we've made some progress. We now have an equation that has no denominators, no fractions in it. So let's solve this. Well, the way I see it, I've got 20 x's on the left side. I've got more of them on the right side. So I'm going to get all the x's onto the right side. So let's do that. Let's subtract 20x. So if we subtract 20x, we're going to get 20x minus 20x is 0. That's gone. We'll get 18 left on the left side. And then 21x minus x is just x. And then the plus 14. One more step. Let's subtract the 14. So if we do that, we're going to get 18 minus 14 is 4 equal to x.